I, it clicked at a very young age. I think that I always found myself telling stories through images, even when I was a kid, and we had to think of what would be the birthday gift of our friends. I used to always make films, think in images, and just watch a lot of films at home. That was one of our main activities at home. And but it never felt like something that you could do really in Lebanon because of the lack of film industry, of film funding. So it felt like, oh, that's the dream plan. Probably never will never do that. What's the second best thing? Architecture was that because it's what I knew because my parents are architects and I had grown up seeing them um, do that, and I don't know, I was inspired by it, but also it was a way to run away from the courage of doing what I really wanted to do. And when I was in architecture school, what got confirmed to me was that I loved architecture, but I didn't want to be an architect. And I used to run away from my classes and go into film classes and just try to steal any knowledge I could. And then I met Cyril, who you've interviewed already on this
Mm-hmm.
podcast.
Yeah.
We were both taking acting classes as a like hobby outside of school, and him and I gave each other the courage to just try to play with the form, the film form. We took a VHS camera, started making silly films together, and learned filmmaking through each other and through reading and watching. And a short film that we did ended up being a real like business card for us as film directors because it it showed people our work that was quite raw and naive and just two kids trying to learn, and that became the beginning of everything.
Mhm.
So my escapes from architecture school led to me learning filmmaking on my own and led to me making things, and that started in a way the path to my filmmaking career.
Okay.
Wow.
Something that I want to go a bit deeper on this point. So you found your purpose through like obviously trying out something that you liked, but and you said that you liked architecture, but you didn't see yourself as an architect. So if for someone who's like maybe trying to know what they want to do, like what questions should they ask themselves so that they know like okay maybe this is not for me, and if what did
Yeah.
you ask yourself so that you figured out not architecture.
Yeah, it's a really good question because you're in I remember being in school when I was 17 and like feeling like the fact that I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker was a thing. I was like, well, if you want something that bad, you probably won't do it because it seems too. Because I remember so many of us were so confused as to what we want to do, and asking someone at the age of 17 to make a decision about their whole life. It was so scary.
Yeah.
I find there are great parallels between choosing a person to share your love life with and choosing a career because in the end it's trying, it's giving a chance to something, it's playing with it, it's like exploring it that makes you know if you really want that or not. And I think for me, doing studying architecture confirmed to me that it was not what made me want to wake up in the morning, that I couldn't imagine myself exploring my full potential in that field because I could
Mhm.
see that I was doing it to get good grades and to just be a good student. But what I really, really felt passionate about was film. And I was told by a lot of people in my life that having a passion is so rare. So if you do, you need to listen to that. Cyril was one of these people. He was a consultant at Booz, and I was in architecture school. Without going out there making a shitty film and then someone noticing it, us being commissioned to do a TV show, like one thing led to another, that confirmed to me I wanted to do that. But I didn't go and study film, I actually made them, and then confirmed my passion was real, had a bit of things in my bio, and then when I went to New York to study film, I applied with all of the things I had done in Lebanon as a side thing. So I think it's about accepting that in life you can't have all the answers right away, and so many people I met in film school, when I was, I don't know, I moved there when I was 23. Many of these people had done something else before, and in a way they had come to film school to do a master's in film after having done something else that one confirmed to them they wanted to study film, two gave their brain something that made them more rich. I think that my architecture years made my filmmaking a bit more specific. And the people around me, like there was someone that had studied history, someone that had studied philosophy, psychology, all these people, their background had made their filmmaking style very specific to where they came from. And yeah, I guess my advice to my younger self would be to just trust the process and not be frustrated, and just try things, and see where your gut takes you. But I think the gut doesn't work on its own. It needs to work with experience,
Hmm. Fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
at least
And
for